Hello guys, it's selfcurepal. Today is February 25th, 2025, and we're gonna talk about think before thinking. Your thought can change genes. The group of scientists, include microbiologists, proved that there is nothing fatal about our genes, which are segments of DNA that store instructions for inherited features and life processes. Their experiments put in doubt theories that our fate, health, and life written in genes in general depends on info written in genes. It was thought before if our parents, grandparents, etc. got bad genes, let's say with cancer, Alzheimer's disease, or any other serious disease, that one kid or grandkid is going to develop it as well with a huge possibility. When someone is looking in the mirror, one thinks he sees one person. But in fact, our body is consistent from about 50 trillion cells, and each of them has own personality, and all together they forming a society where 50 trillion cells coexist and function in harmony called our body. On daily basis, we are losing billions and billions cells as a result of natural metabolism and gaining another billions and billions new ones. It happens due to multiplication of stem or embryo cells. It was taken a stem cell or embryo cell means universal mother cell of all other cells and put in lab in Petri bowl and left to multiply for about a week, where from one mother cell due to multiplication appeared about 30,000 of identical cells with identical genes. They were split and put in 3 cups with slightly different environment, ecosystem, similar to our blood. So environment in each cup was slightly different, let's say pH, but the cells were identical. Our body environment is our blood, and those scientists proved that with a thought through the blood we can change DNA and genes. And there is a mechanism how it happens. For the next 20 years those guys did not get seriously sick and haven't a reason to seek a medical assistance. Some of them in their 80s and feel themselves amazing. Before it was suggested that DNA, genes are DNA segments, is controlling our behavior and future outcome, and it cannot be changed. So people thinking if in the family runs cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and any other serious diseases, then they too have tendency to get it with a huge possibility, and it creates a fear and fatalism because people believe they are cursed and do not have influence on DNA. By the way, in medical schools, still teaching the same theory, but it's not true. In each of 3 cups, results were different. Those experiments proved that it's not genes, but the environment makes decision how those identical cells will develop. The nutritional environment in our blood, as I said, in our body is blood. Then another question, who or what is influencing our blood's content? The answer is our brain, which is controlling everything: hormones, ferments, factors of growth, chemical content, emotions, nutrition, etc. So chemical content of our blood depends on the state of our mind. In other words, as soon as you change your mind, you'll change content of your blood. And this in turn will affect genetical activity. So state and future of the DNA depends not on genes but on picture in your head. So I will project this picture on my blood and further on whole physiology of our body. The same mechanism extends on constant rejuvenation of our chromosomes. The same group of scientists discovered ferments that are responsible for rejuvenation of that part of chromosome that is responsible for life longevity. The name of that ferment is Telomerase, and it's getting activated just in some particular conditions. For example, when you are happy, honest, kind, and joyful, telomerase activates and you live longer and better life. During the distress, hate, etc., production of ferment telomerase shredding and our life is getting shorter. So our body is designed to live at least 100-120 years. But in state of happiness, harmony, and joy, we can extend it to 150 years of quality, fruitful life. Then why we are keep dying so young? Why? Because subconscious is telling us that we are weak, unhappy, old, nobody loves us, life is difficult, food is poisoned, future is unknown, and as a result of shrinking telomerase, we are getting old and dying. So be happy and enjoy your life, but the answer is not that simple. The main problem is hiding in our subconscious. Our mind is managing our behavior, character, acting, etc. just 5%. The other 95% belongs to subconscious. When the mind is busy thinking, subconscious takes everything under its control. And there is another problem. The way our subconscious acts was programmed long time ago by our predecessors, adults, teachers, and environment during the first 7 years of our life. And about 70% of that program is belittling your strengths, confidence, and desire to act. 70% of negative and destructive info. So now imagine where we're going, where we're heading. 70% out of 95% of subconscious leads us to self-destruction. But everything is not that sad and gloomy. Let's get back to discovery of those microbiologists and other scientists. So our mind is influencing our blood, means our body's environment, which leads to improving and fixing DNA in genes in particular. And this way we are selves creating our future from knowledge and belief. If you are successful or unsuccessful depends your success. Henry Ford said, if you think you can, you can. If you think you cannot, you are right. Negative thinking can create any disease and even lead us to the death. If you're really thinking you are dying because your belief controls emotions, and emotions through the blood affect physiology of our body. And opposite, with the help of positive thinking, we are healing ourselves. So what to do? Your life is a print out of certain programs. If you're trying to learn how to ride a bicycle, you're trying and make it happen. It's in your subconscious now, and you don't have to learn it again every time you get on bike. Repetition, practice, perfection, and then it becomes a habit. Means it's written in your subconscious, and it's a new program. If you want to create a new model, you have to act already if it's a true, and repeat it many times until it'll become a habit. Let's say one is unhappy, miserable person. Then he starts or she to repeat, I'm happy, and then act accordingly. Smile non-stop for at least 2 hours a day. Keep a posture of winner. Pull in belly button, straighten up shoulders, chest forward, shoulders, blades together, chin up, toothful smile. Keep those for at least 2 hours a day, even 15 minutes, 1-5, already working, maybe not so fast as 2 would, 2 hours. So this way, you're creating and recording a new program in your subconscious. Yes, at the beginning it seems like you are pretending, but after many repetitions you make it a habit, and comes time when quantity turns into quality, and you will be no more faking it, but truly will become happy. And when this new program will be established, it will work automatically, so you could relax. It will become a part of 95% when subconscious is managing your life. So let's change the bad programs to the good ones and live long, happy, productive life, improving and beautifying everything around us. Collect treasures which we'll be able to take with ourselves to eternity. Remember, our life is a test, a short stop before eternity. 20, 40, 150 years of our life, of the most beautiful life, will pass as one day. Our good deeds and faith will bring us closer to God, to paradise. And evil, hatefulness, maliciousness, bad deeds, or failure to do good will bring us closer to eternal hell. Make your choice and don't waste your time. Remember, God is great, kind, and patient. He is always with us and loves us, despite we are daily crucifying His Son, only Son, with our sins. He is waiting for us to awake and improve. Improvement doesn't have limits. And a little bit excursion what genes are. Genes are segments of DNA that store instructions for inherited features and life processes. Chromosomes, that's thread-like structures made of DNA that carry out genetic information. Human body cells have 23 pairs of chromosomes, and DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, the genetic material that carries instructions for building and maintaining our body. A bit about myself. I'm a holistic medicine specialist for speeches, seminars, personal appearances, group, family, personal consultation. Please call me 8457 094501 or text me. You can go selfcurepal at gmail.com, and please subscribe, watch the other videos, follow, spread the love, shoot comments and ask questions. Thank you and you're welcome. Now a bit of disclosure. Remember, I'm not a practicing doctor, despite of having medical doctor degree and experience. I'm not prescribing medical treatment nor trying to diagnose. I present all this information simply for educational purpose only. This information is strictly my opinion and based on information currently available. I believe everything to be true and accurate. You and only you are responsible for your health. God bless.